Before I get into the story, shout out to Tonda for sending it to me, and this is coming out of Texas, involving this woman right here whose name is Lashun Massey. As you can see, she has a crown on her head or a tiara, and that's because she was the current Mrs. Dallas. She was a reigning pageant queen down for the area of Dallas and Dallas, Texas, and unfortunately, some sad news has to be delivered as this woman right here, who was married and had two children, her body was found in a lake. Now, whenever I hear stories about someone being found in a lake, it's usually, they always like to go with the narrative that there was some suicide of some sort, and they just want to leave it off with that. We've heard that so many times before. Remember that judge in New York, that black female judge in New York, who they said they found in the lake, and they tried to say it was a suicide, and they leaned heavy on that, but we know it wasn't no suicide. But they said that they found her in a lake, and now they're trying to figure out like exactly how did she end up there. I wouldn't be surprised if they start questioning her husband, but I'm gonna go ahead now and get into it. It says she was 38 years old. Some sad news to pass along after the current Mrs. Dallas Lashun Massey's body was found in Irving Lake this past Thursday. By the way, this story was posted at the beginning of May. It was posted May 3rd, as a matter of fact. Massey went out for her normal walk around the neighborhood like she does every day. On Tuesday, her husband says she never returned home from that walk. Her husband says she's been doing this for 2 years and never had any problems. Police had been looking for Massey for a few days, and medical examiner has confirmed that the body they pulled out of the lake was Massey. Police said there is still no indication of foul play, but they are investigating the unusual circumstances of Massey's disappearance. The cause and manner of death is still pending. Witnesses said they did see a woman walking into the water. They had asked her if she was okay, and she said she was, so they carried about their business, firefighter Robert Keeker told CBS DFW. Lashun Massey was a mother of two boys, a business owner, and the reigning Mrs. Dallas. She has a PhD in civil engineering from Virginia Tech, a Bachelor of Science degree in civil engineering, and a Master of Engineering degree from Tennessee State University, according to her pageant website. She was the program manager for research at the University of Texas at Dallas School of Engineering and has published a book, The New Face of Engineer. So she had a hefty resume, very accomplished. The next Texas pageant was scheduled for this Thursday over in Coruscant. Let's see. And I think Tonda sent me another article surrounding this as well. But it looks like it's pretty much the same thing about confirmation as far as her body being found. And it says that it looks like her body was found a few days after she actually went missing, because they say on this other one that her husband spoke with CBS 11 on April 28th. And the articles that I'm reading from was posted on May 3rd. So they literally found her body a couple days after she was reported missing. I don't want to say whether this is or if it isn't, but I'm, looking towards the husband. And let me pause this right quick to put some things into perspective for you. That's her and her husband right there. Now, I know what y'all getting ready to say. I already know. And I wonder if that's why Tonda sent me this article. But, yeah. They need to, I don't know whether or not if it is or if it isn't, but they need to question the husband more if they haven't done so already. But they said her husband's name is Jeff Massey. So it's still up in the air about what's going on. They said, I'm going to read a little bit more. It said that for the last 2 years, his wife had taken a 7 a.m. walk by the lake and checks in, but he said he became worried after he hadn't heard from her. So at about 7:15 a.m., I got a little nervous, and I texted her, gave her a call, and she didn't answer. So at the time, I found our security guard down here and said that they had seen her or somebody over in the canal. When they went to check out the area, no one was there. By 7:30 a.m. Tuesday, Massey said he had called 911. Neighbors said it's unlike the pageant queen to just suddenly vanish. When her body was recovered on Thursday, Irving police said there was no signs of foul play. Autopsy results are pending. My thing is this: why would someone who's so accomplished such as her just go and seemingly do what she did or commit suicide? Especially if she's always taken that path for 2 years. What went wrong this day? So something just about this story just seems off to me. And they always say that usually the spouse is the first suspect that you go to because they know you the best, or they should. So something about this guy just seems kind of fishy to me. And I'm sure some of y'all are thinking the same thing, but I can't really pinpoint it at the moment. So this is kind of up in the air right now as far as it goes, because it's not really a lot of stuff coming out about it. And I'm trying to see if I could find another article that talks about her. I'm typing it in right now. And there really hasn't been an update about it in a month. That the last time they posted something about this was on May 7th, but it's pretty much the same thing I just read. But yeah, I'm sure they're going to find out eventually. Something's going to come out of it. They say they don't suspect foul play, but I do, in my opinion. But y'all let me know what y'all think about this down in the comments, and I'll talk to you in the next one.